Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Louis Ben. I'm a filmmaker and videographer based in North Carolina. Today, I react to something very special, The Witcher 4 trailer. And the reason why this is so special to me is The Witcher 3 is the reason why I'm in the film industry, believe it or not. It all started with back in high school. I finished the game. I sat down. It was incredible. I was like, man, this is like movie worthy. Who's gonna make a movie about this? I'm gonna make a movie about this. And I spent the summer with about 30 to 40 people, just buddies around town, and we just spent the whole summer on a little camcorder shooting a Witcher film. And I bought some, like, this is a prop I got from this, and The Witcher 3 is an amazing piece of art and literature. The show is all right. I mean, it literally changed my life. I'm not trying to be sappy, over exaggerate. It set me on the path to become a filmmaker and director. I mean, that's how I got my start. It just started with backyard with a bunch of friends and a camcorder, man. And we spent literally our whole summer doing it. It was a great time. That fan film will never see the light of day, though. No. No. But anyway, I digress. The Witcher 4, I didn't even think we were going to get one. Apparently now it's a trilogy. I already saw from the thumbnail that it's Siri, and oh god, yes. And apparently there's backlash on that. I saw an article about it. I'd actually sit down and read it. I need to actually see what the complaint's about. But if people are just complaining that series, she might be too OP for it. But anyway, we're already taking too long. Let's get into the reaction. I'm excited.
Dearest daughter, I've watched ye grow from a devilishly curious child into a remarkable young lass with much grace, wisdom, and kindness. Take the easy type.
God. Alright, this is only for the Witcher 3 fans and people that, if you actually are into The Witcher. Guys, you guys remember when we did the final thing? We gave her the sword at the tavern. Like, come on. We know what that sword is.
Is what shape is, nay.
And I can't wait to, when we finally get to play it, immediately get rid of it. Get a better sword. Or hopefully they make it so it's upgradable so we can keep this, sentimental sword with us the whole time. But I doubt it.
'Tis how we rise to face the hard times. What does that for us?
I'm a big fan of the parallel of the boat getting ready too.
Even heart of gold. You've the spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. Darling. Sweeten. Today's the day. Ye fill out your destiny.
Probably in the far north, I'm guessing. Or Bellin area, I'm not quite sure. Oh, there's our girl! Alright. I don't know why that gourd is sitting out to me. I don't think it's gonna be a plot device. I'm guessing this guy's like a pillar, or a healer, herbalist. And her father.
Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
Love her armor.
A Witcher? Witcher! Whose coin did ye take? Nay, you can't. 'Tis tradition. Chosen she is, by the gods.
No!
No shit. Okay. Okay, I was wondering how the... Alright. She went through the trial of grasses, then. Alright. Hell yeah. She looks a lot older, too. I'm guessing this is going to be a time jump. She's a Witcher, they age slow. This could be 20 to 30 years. Hopefully not, so we can see characters like Dandelion or like, maybe even to have them in their older age. We don't need to see them how as we saw in the last 3 games. But, it'd be nice to be somewhere in the human realm of time jumps. That way we can see them at least, I guess Zordoff or Zeloff. Fuck, what is the dwarf's name? I can't remember. I guess he would be around because dwarves live longer. But yeah, I'd like to see Dandelion in an old age. It'd be kind of fun to see. Like a Quagmire-like character. Maybe not that. That was a joke.
You chose her.
Okay. So I'm guessing she's getting sacrificed to a monster. Quick thing about her eyes, I just noticed there's green in them. So I'm guessing. Oh, her medallion. Yeah, that might be the School of the Cat medallion. Yeah, she has one of those. There's a bit of green in her eyes. I don't believe Geralt has any green in his eyes. So I'm wondering if it's a different program because before it's been stated in the past that women can't go through the trial grasses. Then again, Yennefer could have messed with some stuff. Maybe they found a different version of it, hence why her eyes are a little green, or it could be mixed in doing the Witcher thing with the Elder blood. Who knows? Look at this guy. Yeah, threatened by the presence, and I'm guessing this is like one of those things where the elders are like setting up like you kind of use the fear of the monster to help control the village type deal, almost like he's capitalizing. If it is a monster, it could be like a ghost or something.
You chose her.
Oh, that's not the School of the Cat. That is, I'm embarrassed to say I don't know what school that is. It's not Griffin, it's not Bear, it's not Wolf, and it's not Cat. Manicore? Nah, it's not Manicore. Kind of looks cat-like or wolf, or it's the School of the Coyote. What? Could be like a bobcat or something. New school, maybe even. Hold on. So the gourd stood out to me, and I'm hooked with when the dude was carrying it. And I wonder if that stood out for me just because the design was to more so show that he was a healer. If he is a healer, I could be wrong here. And he's the the father of the sacrifice or the food or the prey. I'm not even quite sure what she is yet, but the gourd stood out to show a peaceful side of himself. We see this guy who's like kind of, I feel like he's the guy that takes advantage. He's the noble, like I said before, he takes advantage of and controls the village through fear. Looks like he's got a hatchet or something there. And the fact that they're showing it there means it falls under the rule called Chekhov's gun. And I'll pop it up on the screen. A Chekhov's gun it's a plot device essentially. So the basic rule is if you show something, it has to have relevance to the plot. Similar to if character gets out the car, puts a gun in their back pocket, like that gun needs to come into play. It'll be no payoff. If there's no payoff for it, you don't show him put the gun in the back pocket. It's basically a rule in storytelling. He also looks a bit cleaner than them, so that's why I'm not saying noble, but maybe elder. Ooh, that's a holy shit. Creepy. What excellent framing here. It's so, as we're moving around, it's supposed to be like creepy and like, we're having emotion where it's almost everything's out of place and we're at a Dutch angle. And if you've seen my other videos, you probably seen me explain Dutch angles before, but essentially it's when you tilt the camera angle. The camera angle is not leveled, it tilts. And it's supposed to show the audience that either the situation or inside the person's mind, there's something off, there's something wrong, and that's how you can visually showcase that. And then also with this set frame too, I love all the bells and the chimes and the set pieces here. I wonder if it's like the spotted white in the Blood and Wine DLC. I remember that was a big part of that DLC, but I doubt I'll probably throw something different because that was endangered species. Probably be a different monster. But I really love the framing here, the chasm and the fog and everything, because we see how small she is. And I'm gonna beat in y'all's head about composition and the importance of it. It's supposed to be way more imposing. We're using size and distance to showcase that, because look how small she is compared to the rest of this dark forest. Looks like the fog's moving a little bit. Like, unnaturally moving.
Back to the village. Go, now.
Nay!
Jump scare.
I must save them! Save the village!
Save yourself! Run! To shelter! To your father!
All right, that was fun. You know, we start off with this longer shot, moving in with the camera. You know, we're moving in with the as if in real life, you know, somebody probably on a if this was done in real life, it would be on a steady cam. They'd personally be rocking back and forth, just showing you how weird and otherworldly this is, and how messed up of a situation it is. And I think the fog's moving on naturally, and we heard the scream there. I wonder if the voices. I couldn't tell if it's the voices are actually coming from the chasm. No, wait, that was her singing. My bad, my bad. So she's singing, and I love this because we get up. And this is so body language is so important. Like obviously we know she's uncomfortable. She's about to go to this monster den, right? But it'd be so boring to just see her walk straight in. So we see her get down on her knees and do that almost ritualistic. But as you know, the fog's moving, more time comes up. You know, her steel will is her confidence in staying there is waning, and her ability to trust like the sacrifice she's about to make. And like we saw that with her arms are outstretched, she comes in, she's bringing herself closer to her body, and you know that's supposed to show how uncomfortable and that she's like not comfortable where she is, and she starts stuttering with the song.
Back to the village. Go.
Yeah, I don't know what school
Now.
that is.
Nay, I must save them.
And this is also great blocking. Of course, we have the over-the-shoulder here, jump scare.
To the village. Go. Now.
But when she goes to challenge what Siri's saying, like, no, I need to do this,
Nay,
she stands
I
up
must save
side by
them.
side with the monster chasm in between. And that's just great composition work, but also it shows there's the split and there's as the blocking, it sounds like I'm over-explaining it, but I'm not. This is how much work goes into every scene because where a person sits and all that. Otherwise, people would just be sitting on couches and talking. And if you're talking about life or death, that's boring. So the movement of characters throughout the scene are so important. And we have here her popping up and meeting Siri eye to eye. And that's her challenging what she's telling her.
Save the village.
But then when we go over her shoulder, Siri's not that much taller than her.
Go. Now.
Nay, village.
Save your...
Got it.
Save them. Save the...
Yep. Hold on. You guys stopped me. Oh, that is... Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's basically no height difference between them.
Save.
But in this shot, specifically, we're at the camera's up high looking down, making her look small. And that's to showcase that she's wrong in this sense and not too sure of herself. But she is still looking Siri in the eye and saying, no, I still have to do
The
this.
village.
Save yourself.
And then when we go to Siri, who is more level-headed, you know, it's eye line. Great split. Boom, again, chasms superimposing. I love this, the circular distortion in the back with the shallow depth of field. The way you get that is you use a wide-angle lens, and you can do that in Unreal. You can simulate cameras here. I can do it here too. But like, things get distorted the closer they are to like wide-angle lenses. And if you have a CPL filter on there, or any type of other filter, it can affect the way the shallow depth of field affects, or other lenses. Anamorphic versus spherical lenses and all that affect the depth of field and how it looks when it is blurry, and how light affects the lens. And this is more, this does, and that's just to showcase her state of mind, right? Yeah, freaking out. But we go to Siri, we don't have that in the background. So it's almost like if this was real life, they'd swap lenses. I guess in the Unreal Engine, since there's the simulator, you are actually swapping lenses. But for the sake of it, they're swapping lenses to a more narrow focal length. And when I say focal length, that is the length of the lens. You know, it goes, there's like an unlimited range. Like the most commonly used focal lengths are 35 to 50 millimeters, because that's what the human eye sees in that range. Quentin Tarantino loves his 40, I can't remember his 40 or 42 millimeter lens, but everybody has their own reason to use it. Longer lenses, they see farther, but they also compress images differently. The wider lens, the wider it is, the more narrow, the sharper it is, and the more detail you can get out of it. Hold on. This is hold on. That's a 35 right there. And that's an 18. And that doesn't necessarily mean, oh yeah, you just use it for wides versus this. No, you get a feeling from the lens, right? So you don't want to just, oh, they're over there, let me just zoom out with my lens. you don't do that. It's each one gives a different feeling for what the scene is. And for her, we used a wide angle lens and kind of spread out, has spherical distortion. There's a little bit here because they wanted to keep it not too drastically different. But with her, you can definitely tell there was a narrow focal length.
Run!
Probably like 50 millimeter if I had to guess. I would have to see.
To shelter! To your father!
Great camera
Run!
movements. I mean, this is just fantastic. Oh, look at that one. And it's with Siri, too, which makes it even better to showcase how crazy and a little bit scary this is, right? Like, Siri's even taking up less space than her, but she's diving straight in. And as she goes in, she gets smaller. All right, that was excellent. We're going to stop and talk about that. Basically handheld the whole time, which is great because she's in a shaky situation. So you probably want a little shake in your camera. You don't want it to be too steady unless, you know, the lens is our glimpse into the movie, right? That's how we're seeing the movie, obviously. So what the camera's moving and what it's seeing and how much shake versus how steady is can implicate what is going on in the scene. It's just shaky cam, shaky situation, you know? But it would say she was super calm, then maybe we have the camera be steady. But we're switching from POV shots, which is point of view shots, from not just Siri, but from the monster. We switched from her POV, the monster's POV, and then we have like the normal handycam shot. It's not handycam shot, but I said that. Oh my god. Good use of eye line too. If you watch it, just help create this disorient. And also the fact they're not showing the monster is peak. Think of all your favorite horror movies, and you guys probably have watched other filmmaker reacts. They've probably beaten this point to death. Don't show your monster. Don't. Look back at Jaws. Would have sucked if we saw the shark the whole time. But like, if even a more modern example of this, go watch The Ritual on. I think it's on Netflix. And honestly, that's a Scandinavian Norse-based horror film that would actually fit in the Witcher universe very well. But the eye line movement here, yeah, we're seeing her, and I almost thought it was a simulated snorri cam, but just to help show how frantic she is now, actually how scared she is. Like, she's not freaking out, but there's something coming out the fog. I'd be fair. Witcher or not, that's scary. Oh, potion? Hell yeah. That's cool. Oh, it's cat's eye. It's got to be cat's eye because it's for her to see in the dark. But her eyes on that and the reflection. Hold on. Guys, that is cool. It'd be really cool to see. Because I'm guessing her Child of Grasses was different, and she's a slightly different Witcher. There's got to be something different. We also have not seen her use her Elder Blood powers at all, so I'm guessing she doesn't have that anymore. Get it, get it. They're using super creative camera angles with this. We just saw a sword POV. I've always wanted to do that, but with a halberd. But anyway, I digress.
Fate cannot be changed.
Foreshadowing for the plot.
You cannot change anything.
She's a mage, too. Okay, she's finally used magic. The music's on point, too. Oh, he can put magic through it! You felt the force of that. That was great sound design. That little gulp too at the end, like, damn, that was close. All right, I was enjoying that fight too much. I forgot to pause. Yeah, just great Warner in the beginning here. Really getting in with the action. Similar to Hunting Monsters trailer. Remember how we floated with Geralt with a knife? Oh my god, that trailer was magical. Also, her armor is like a mix of wolf armor and Ursine armor in the bear skin. It was nice to see Quinn. Yeah, there's that sword POV shot. That is so cool. Checks her face real quick. And then you see her draw power. I thought it was going to be Elder Blood power, right? Maybe it is still related, but it kind of reminds me how mages in the games, at least, and yeah, in the world too, they do it. They siphon power from around the environment that they're in. How like Yennefer killed that garden to do necromancy spells, but there's less drastic examples of that. And honestly, I'm guessing that's Yennefer's spell. I mean, she used lightning all the damn time. So make sure she's using her adopted mother's spells. That is a great touch. So that means we're gonna have a much more complex magic system in the next game. That's exciting. Oh yeah, again with the Warners. Arms off. I don't know what this creature is. I feel like we did not see this in the other game, and I can't recognize it from anything I read in the books. Somebody please comment below what this monster is. I mean, it's so cool. It has the voices of the victims that it's just replaying. Kind of like how a Wendigo does to help lure people in. And the choices of words, too. It's almost like he has a soundboard. So we'll get to it when we get to that part. But the choices of words are... they're definitely purposeful in the cage. The cave fight section. And the chain, the fact that we have like a... it looks like it has like a small crescent blade on it, or is it a ball? I can't tell really from this. Great sound design. We still see how intimidating this thing is. You know? Still a huge monster. It's still a problem, right? Oh, I skipped it. Here's great sound design. That for just a few of those steps, you don't want to obviously have it play over the whole thing, but for the first few steps, you heard the boom, boom, boom of its foot. That's showing the weight of the monster on that wide shot. So good. And I wonder if you can use other spells besides Igni on there, or signs. Oh. It's like pleading with his life with recorded voice lines. And I love how it kind of shows she's older, obviously, but she's not too old like Geralt, where like he is just calm and collect. Most of the time, calm and collect when he's hunting monsters, and he has experience. Like she took the potion when she was inside during the battle instead of seeing how dark it was and popping it beforehand. You know, she's making mistakes. It's not clean cut, and I think that's really cool to start off with a character who's not a master monster hunter. The relief. She's gonna be a lot more relatable than Geralt is. You know, Geralt, I feel like her emotions aren't as stiffened as he was, at least from that expression. That's a great composition right there. That was a great shot. She got the trophy too.
She went to go to the woods. The chosen one. His tradition.
Oh.
Oh no, no.
Called it. So Chekhov's gun, if you show it, it's gotta pay off.
No.
Ooh, he got hit too. Look right there. He fought back.
It's all we wanted. For her to go to the woods. To go to the gods.
Gods?
Oh my god, ears.
There are no gods here. There are only monsters.
Oh, it's gonna be so good, guys. It has to be. It has to be. I'd be destroyed since you probably read it if it's not amazing. I mean, you definitely see she has more emotion than Geralt has. Geralt would just take one stoic look and look away. He would definitely kill the guy still, you know? Maybe. Depends on your kind of, the Witcher 3 Geralt versus book Geralt's different. But, I love the braid. But yeah, she definitely has emotion. I'm wondering, so I'm guessing hers is different and it's not a full-on Witcher mutation, I'm guessing, which also probably allows her to use magic and stuff because she had the potential to use magic, at least it was mentioned in the books. And Triss, I think Triss was the one that explained it, like she can shoot when she used they said they used Ignite, boom, blew up a chimney. I can't remember the scene now. It wasn't Blood of Elves, it was another book.
Gods?
But they explained now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, throughout the whole books, they thought she would have the potential to do great magic. But oh yeah, definitely is. It's not there on his belt anymore. And let's see his hands. Let's see his hands. They're bloodied. He beat up the old man. I'm pretty sure that's a pillar. If you guys remember the pillar and the goat. But the pillars are like healers in the Witcher world. But anyway.
There are no
Can we
gods
just talk
here.
about this?
There are only monsters.
Oh! Great parallel. And do the Kubrick stare too at the end of it. Oh, that's just a chef's kiss. The Kubrick stare, if you're not familiar, is like think of The Shining. I forgot what is that actor's name. He's a great actor too. God, I cannot remember his name. It's gonna bother me for the rest of the day. I'm gonna remember the minute I hit stop recording. You look down, you have the brows forward. It's like supposed to look like you're off, you're slightly insane, or about to do something insane. God, what a great shot to end it on. And I thought it was interesting too. They had the red fire followed by that, so that's like the otherworldly. They're not gonna bring the Wild Hunt back. If I had to guess, Junction of Spears or something similar to that. But anyway, overall, this was an incredible video. God, no powers it looks like for Elder Blood, and yeah. Well, guys, like, subscribe, join the Discord. Let me know what you guys want me to watch next, and yeah, that was a good one. See you guys in the next one. Peace.